guys, so today we're going to be using 50 Developer BW2 powder and these two Adore colors. I forgot to add in my silicone mitts in the video and aluminum foil as well, but you will need those products later in this video. So right now I am saturating this hair so that we can get all the color to lightening faster. This is a big important step in this video because you would want your hair to be fully saturated so that you can have all of the color added on this hair. We're going from black to burgundy using BW2. So right now I am going to put in 4 to 5 scoops of this BW2 with a pot of hot boiling water. I need this water to be starchy hot. And when I say starchy hot, I mean starchy hot. The hotter the better for the best results. So please take your time with this step and make that water hot as possible. So after I add this BW2 bleach, I am going to stir it thoroughly. I had a little clogs in there, but that will be out very soon. I just went and added the 50 developer so that we can start the process. Using the 50 developer will make the hair bleach faster, and that's why I used it, because I'm a hairstylist. You can use a 40 developer if you're kind of scared, but I prefer a 50 developer so that it can lighten faster, and the heat on this BW2 and this 50 developer will make the process faster. Now there are several ways to color hair from black to burgundy. You don't have to do this, but this is one of the fastest ways and one of the easier ways as a beginner. You can use high color and all kind of other products, but this is a more affordable way than breaking the bank. I promise you will have to buy 5 to 6, probably 7 boxes depending on the length of the hair of high color just to get the color that you desire. And that ain't cheap. I'm telling you, it is not cheap. But as you can see, I am dipping and brushing through. This is a big step that I need you guys to do. I need that product to be all through this hair. And I just poured the whole BW2 in there because it was already gone. And I added some more of that developer. I just go ahead and poured the rest of that in there as well because that was already almost gone. The longer you sit this hair in this bleach, the lighter your hair will get. So just be very cautious. If your hair is not good quality, I prefer you to not do this unless you use a lower developer. You can get a 40 or 30 developer, but do not use a 50 developer if you know the hair ain't good. So as you can see now, I'm stirring all this product in, and I'm going to add a little bit more hot water in this pot just so that I can make sure this water is starchy hot. And when I say starchy hot, I mean starchy hot. You can't put your hands up in here. So I'm continuing my process, brushing everything through until I know that all of the product is on this hair. Y'all, and please use gloves because this will stain your hands, like it really would. And wash your hands through this whole entire process because I promise you, you're gonna feel a little tingling in the fingers, and I promise you it ain't a good feeling. So please wash your hands and use gloves. I didn't use gloves because I'm so used to doing hair, and it's just like, as a hairstylist, like you don't follow all the steps that you need to actually be following. But I always make sure that I wash my hands at least. Now I'm getting my aluminum foil so that I can wrap this hair up. I know y'all see it processing already. I know y'all can see a little brown there. Like that's how fast that 50 developer moves, especially when you have starchy hot water. And I keep saying starchy hot water because the hot water is the main reason why the hair is processing so fast. It's the heat. I'm using the aluminum foil so that the heat can trap inside of that bowl and all onto the hair so that it can process faster and become a lighter color, And as I said previously, the longer you keep this hair in this bowl, the lighter the hair will be. And I'm going to be checking on it in the next 5 minutes to see how fast it processed and see if I like the color, because again, the lighter the color will be, the more vibrant your color will be as well. It's really on how you personally feel and how you personally want your hair color to be. If you want it lighter, or if you want it just like a little tab of burgundy. But I want my color kind of bold. Like, I want you to see it far away from me. So 5 minutes has passed, and I took the aluminum foil off, and I'm brushing it through, and I know you see like a little, a tab of brown, but I was like, nah, let me get this a little bit lighter and let me brush through it. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to brush through it because you done sat this developer in and you haven't brushed it since. So I'm going to brush through it again to make sure that all the product is on there. And I am going to dip it all the way down until you feel that hot water again. Because that water's still hot, trust me. I know y'all see it. But I'm going to put the aluminum foil back on, and I'm going to sit it in probably this time for probably like 10 to 15 minutes. And you want to keep checking on your hair, because depending on the type of hair that you have, if you don't have a good grade of hair that you're using to do this, I need you to be using a 30 or a 40 developer, and it takes a longer time for the hair to actually process because you're using a lower developer. Now that I'm using a 50 developer, it will lighten faster. But you have to pay close attention to that. I'm a hairstylist, so I know what I want. And if you're a beginner, just go back and forth every 5 to 8 minutes to check on the hair and check on, is the hair brittle? I don't want your hair to be falling out now. We don't do that over here. But as you can see, it's a little hole in my aluminum foil where I just pointed at, and I don't need any holes in my aluminum foil, baby. I need everything to be trapped inside. I don't need no heat coming out. I like to put my hand over the aluminum foil after I let it sit for a little while to feel that heat and see if it was actually getting hot. And I'm telling y'all, when y'all put your hand on that aluminum foil, you'll know that it's processing. I promise you. You'll see this when you take that aluminum foil off again. You'll see the sweat, and you'll feel that heat on top of it. Yeah, I kid you not. I don't even know how many times I wash my hands. Like, I'm gonna wash my hands. That's one thing. I do not like that bleach on my hands. You see, I put my hands over, and I was like, yes, it's done got hot now. So I'm taking this aluminum foil off, and you will see how light the hair has gotten once I do that. So once I seen the color, I was kind of iffy on if I wanted to keep the hair in a little longer. But I'm showing you guys, you see the sweat on there? That's what I need to be seeing. I know y'all see that sweat on that aluminum foil. I need that sweat on that aluminum foil. I need the heat to be trapped so that hair can process. But I wanted that hair to be a little bit lighter. So once again, I brushed it through again to make sure that all that product is in, and I will seal it again with that aluminum foil and keep it on there for no more than 10 minutes. I'll say the most 5 to 8 minutes, and we'll be back. Now, don't get me wrong now. This is a cute little color. I just need it a little bit brighter because I want my hair to be very vibrant. Y'all see me shaking my hand. Like, that water is still hot. And, like, it's still hot. And I done let this water sit for, about 20 minutes? That water is hot. So I'm brushing through it again. And once I brush through it, I'm going to seal it back in and put this aluminum foil, making sure that it's sealed correctly. And this time, I put the frontal part in first because I want that to process a little bit more faster than the ends, because I always put the ends first. So this time, since it's the last time, I put the frontal in first so that you can get that frontal to process a little bit lighter. Now we are back and we are ready to take this aluminum foil off. And I can't wait till you guys see how bright this hair has gotten. Now I'm showing you guys how much sweat is on this aluminum foil. Like, that heat was trapped. Now you see a difference before I even pick the hair up. And also you can see how brown that water looks because it has taken all that black out of that hair. Like, you see how I'm brushing through it. It's kind of hard to do it at first because I've let it sit and not brush through it. But I dip it again and I brush through it just so that I know that I got all of that product on that hair before I pour all of this product out. I forgot to add that silicone mix in this video, but after I brush thoroughly, I use cold water to rinse this out, and I use some shampoo and conditioner, and I also use the silicone mix after, and I let that silicone mix sit on that hair for about 2 to 3 hours because you have, processed this hair into a whole nother color using bleach and developer, and that can make your hair brittle and it can make your hair feel a different type of way. So to get all of that back, that fluff, that silkiness, that shine, that softness, that silicone mix will bring all of that back. And please don't worry, I will have all of this information in the description below. So right now I'm just cleaning up my area, washing that bleach out of the sink so that we can wash our hair and start to color. I'm using Tresame shampoo and conditioner. I could not find my conditioner while doing this video. So once I found my conditioner, I forgot to record that part as well. But please use conditioner. Please use conditioner. I know you're not finna dry your hair out all the way like that. I just know you just not. I just know you're not finna sit there and bleach your hair and just use only shampoo. Like, are you kidding me? Please use shampoo and conditioner and use that silicone mix. And I need it to sit in for 2 to 3 hours so you can get your hair back. Now, as you can see, this is the color that I wanted. I could have kept it in a little bit longer and got it brighter, but I was good with this color, so it didn't even matter. But I washed my hair probably 2 to 3 times just to make sure that that bleach is out of my hair. I need that gone. I need it up out of here. And again, use that silicone mix. After you wash and condition your hair, use that silicone mix and let it sit. Don't bother it. Let it sit so you can get your hair back. Please. And just look at how good that looks. It's so shiny and it's so smooth. Like, it looks very good. I just can't wait to add this color in here, y'all. So again, I'm using my shampoo, and I'm showing y'all guys how to actually use shampoo. You put just a little dot in there and you rub it on your hands to where you see soap stubs. Yes. And that's when you put it on your hair. And this is how you actually wash your natural hair as well. You don't need all that product on your head. You using it wrong. I need you to put it in the palms of your hand, and I need it to be all over your hand, all over. And then you put the product on. Now look at how much of that product is on that hair just by doing exactly what I told you to do. You don't need all that product. A little palm of your hand, mix it very well on your hand. I need it to be all over your hands, bubbled up. Then you put that product on your hair or on that wig. You don't need all that product. Y'all be using too much product and y'all be wasting y'all money. Stop wasting your money. I mean, you can learn the hard way too. You're gonna realize how much product that you actually use and how many times you actually have to go to the store and see how much those prices are. It's not cheap. But as you can see, I'm just washing the hair and I'm just making sure all of the product got in there, and I'm brushing through it to make sure that it's no more bleach, no more developer in my hair. Because I'm telling you, if that bleach and developer is still in there, that hair is still processed. So make sure you got that bleach and developer up out of that hair. Now, as you can see, it looks very good. I kid you not, it looks so good. So now I'm going to use my hot water in my sink, because that water in my sink is hot, like it's very hot, but it wasn't hot enough for me to bleach. I can use this hot water for my color because it's hot enough for that. Now I am using my Adore in the number 68. I didn't have that much in there, that's why I'm knocking it like that. It was just a little in there. So what I did was pour a little water out. The more water, the more lighter that color would be. And I want it to be very vibrant, so I needed less water, if you get what I mean. I needed less water because I needed all that color to be on that hair. I needed it very vibrant. I didn't want it to be dull. Now I'm about to mix it very well. I don't need to see any clots in that water. None. I need it to be mixed very well. You see how I'm going in a back and forth motion? I need you to know, even if you can't see, I need you to just know in your head that it's mixed all the way before putting that color on that hair. Now I'm dipping this hair into this color and I'm brushing thoroughly. I need you to brush thoroughly every time you dip this hair into this color. Dip, brush, dip, brush, please, so that this color can get all on his hair. And the more you dip and brush through, the lighter you see the water gets. And you will see that more when I keep dipping and brushing through. Like you see it now actually, because that water was very darker before I put that hair in that water. So as you can see, you don't even see that color. You barely can see that color in that water. And you can see a little brown in that hair. So I am going to be washing that out, that color out of that bowl. I'm going to be adding some new water into that bowl. And then I'm going to be using my other Adore in the number 70. And again, I'm just showing you guys how the ends look on that hair as well. Now this time I added a lot of color in here because I wanted that color to be very bold and vibrant. I added a lot, and as you can see, I used my brush to stir that thoroughly and not see any clots or anything I need to make sure that all of this color is mixed very well. Like, I'm even throwing a little of it out. Like, that's how much I'm mixing. Like, I'm mixing. So after I do that, I dip the hair in. Keep dipping and brushing through. Every time you dip that hair, I want you to brush through it. And please, 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 please pay attention to the front of that hair as well. Get that color in the front of that hair. Please. You don't want to see any tint of brown. You don't want to see any brown. Any at all. Because when you are going to the styling part and you start flat ironing, it will take a little of that color out. But the more you dip, the better. The more you dip, the better. So I just want you to keep dipping until that water gets very light. Yeah, when I tell you this color is so pretty, like, just look at that. How can you not tell me that color ain't pretty? Like, it's giving what it's supposed to give. Very pretty. And this is for beginners as well. It's so pretty, y'all. Like, I love this color. So after pouring that water out, now we are going to cold wash this hair. Cold wash. I need this water to be cold. You do not want to rinse this water in hot water, because all you're going to do is wash that color out. Please don't do all that work just to wash that color out. Please do not use hot water, just cold water. We're only using cold water just so we can get all of that redness out. Once you wash this hair, you don't want to see any red in that water. Just clear, and you will see that. You see right now I'm brushing through, making sure that all of that Tresame has gotten into that hair. Once I rinse it, you see it's a lot of red. It's a lot of red. And we're only doing that because we don't want our flat irons or anything that we use to be red. We don't want our hands to be red when we get into the styling part. We need all of that to be out. And that's why we rinse it in cold water, so that the hair color can still stay in that hair. But we don't want all of that extra color, the extra access on your hands and everywhere else. We need to go ahead and get that up out of there. So I'm going to keep rinsing it in cold water until I don't see any red at all. Now I am done. I don't see any more redness coming out of that hair, and as you can see, it is so shiny, so silky, so vibrant, so pretty. Just so fucking pretty. Like, you can't tell me it's not pretty. So right now, as a hairstylist, y'all, look at me. I'm thinking it's a whole towel at this point. I'm thinking it's a whole rag. And I'm just getting all of that extra water out. And now we're going to use Paul Mitchell products for the styling part. I always use foam right after I wash my hair and put all the products in, just so I won't have to do that step in the styling part. So I'm going to put all these products in. I'm going to put it in thoroughly. I'm going to brush through, and then I am going to let all of this air dry overnight. And once I let this air dry, I will be installing this wig on my head. I will be uploading another video for the installing part. This is only for the color. I didn't want to add both in because that's a lot. Don't nobody want to be watching no 2-hour video. So we're just going to split this in half. This is only just for the color part. And as you can see again, I'm just brushing through it, making sure that I brush through it so when it air dry, I won't have to struggle to brush through it. Because who finna do all that? Not me. But the next video will be my install video, and I can't wait to upload it. I will probably be uploading that video in the next 2 to 3 days because I have to do a lot of edit, and that video is so long, you guys. And I'm so tired. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I've been up since like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning just off of this video. And I love y'all so much that I just had to give y'all an install video. Just a little 1-2-1-2. I didn't install it, how I usually do it because I was so tired. I just, did a little 1-2-1-2 just so you guys can see the color and see how flawless it looks. And I just can't wait for you guys to see the next video. But please stay tuned for that and be on the lookout and have your ringer on. I need you guys to be subscribing to me. I love you guys so much, and thanks for watching.